Hey Pisces, I hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy Thursday. It's your High Priestess Maggie with the Cosmic Soul Tribe, Cosmic Soul Family. Either way, we're going to get started with some personality or whatever comes through from these. You'll see what I mean when it comes through, and you'll see how I put it together. Thank you guys so much for your patience, your appreciation, everything, whatever. I can't talk the greatest, so it is what it is. Just like bear with me, I guess. Mercury retrograde, pre-shadow bullshit, you know what I mean? Excuse my language. Excuse my French. But either way, we are going to get into this reading for you. Thank you, Spirit, Universe, God, so much for showing up today, for being a part of this reading with us today. Whatever these Pisces need to know, whatever type of Pisces we're dealing with today. Well, let's find out. Let's get closer. Get closer. Don't be afraid to get close. Somebody was afraid to get too close. We got somebody who could be depressed. Y'all, I get it. Lively. Maybe that's something you guys are coming in this feeling of like you could have been feeling very depressed and all of a sudden you're starting to feel a little more lively. Some of you guys felt lively and now you're feeling depressed. So there could be a group of you guys going through that right now. And if it's not that, don't worry about it, okay? Like in one ear and out the other if it doesn't seem to suit your journey line, storyline, or lifeline. So let's keep going. We got hippie, little hippie Pisces, or maybe somebody you know that could have hippie behavior. Petite, somebody who could be petite. Inconsiderate. Somebody could be inconsiderate of your energy. Yes is the answer to a question. And you also got disturbing. So maybe somebody's inconsiderateness, like somebody not being very polite, could be very disturbing to you. Maybe that's how you feel about the world right now. Like that could be why you're depressed, because a lot of people are very inconsiderate of other people's opinions and other people's rights to their freedoms, and that could be causing you to feel like, I'm disturbed by this. And then maybe you are depressed because you've had to like isolate yourself, right? You were coming from a lively place to like this feeling of like, now you feel like suppressed, and there's a lot of things that I feel like that part of you had to be isolated on purpose, and the reason you're depressed is because you're feeling things to heal things, and there's certain things that are coming up that you haven't dealt with for a while, and now you're able to deal with these things, okay? You could be the petite hippie yourself, Pisces, whatever may be, but these are the descriptions we have as lively, hippie, petite, disturbing, inconsiderate, depressed, and then the yes, and on the other side is no, but it did land on the upright of the yes, okay? So yes is the answer to something that has been on your mind. Okay? Some of you it could be a good yes, and some of you it could be like, ugh, man, that really is yes land. And I do feel like that for some of you. Somebody could be fearless. There's a lot of fearlessness here. Okay? I am using the Heart's Hidden Secrets today for all the readings that we're doing today. Oh, there's one more I didn't grab. I need them all. Gotta catch them all, like Pokemon. Okay, let's see. We have influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. Yeah, see the influences causing you to feel depressed. On the outside, exterior influences, you know, people that are obviously inconsiderate of other people's opinions, freedoms, like rights to do and choose. And I just saw 333 as well saying that, and that feeling is definitely like, yeah, you guys like celebration, union, people that are not judging another, they're actually just living in the moment, feeling lively, happy, peaceful, like the hippie mode. Everybody love everybody, peaceful energy. There's balance, there's harmony, there's calmness and bliss, you know, like that kind of feeling. And this is what's been lacking in the world, right? And that's kind of like really disturbing to you. So yeah, the thing that's been the most disturbing is the peers out here that are having negative influences on themselves, as well as attachments that they may be trying to get through and detoxify from at this time because of the full moon in Taurus happening tomorrow. That has a lot to do with detoxify, as well as establishing a practical plan for your dreams. So like on the bottom is finality, and that's like farewell, leaving behind, and closure. So this could be some of the closure you're getting in this reading, like you've been needing to hear this. For others of you, you could just be leaving something behind in that sense of like, well, we can watch people from the side, or we can just go and join our own life. Okay, we don't have to even participate in things. We don't have to look at things like that. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. That's it. And I feel like that's what you're, farewelling. You don't have to be a part of it. There's actually no law, no rule that ever said you had to participate and partake in what everybody else is doing. Nobody said that ever. It's not a law, it's not a rule, it's not you have to do it. Like, no. And that's what I'm feeling for you. Like, I'm done. Okay, like I'm going my own way. I have my own place to be. I have my own person to be. Like, you have to be your own person, and that's it. It's not you, it's not that person, it's not that person, it's me, right? The strength has been hard to find to do this for some of you, and you may have felt like the strength not being able to truly be ignited has caused you to feel like it's been delaying some inevitable things in your life. And I do see like it's probably that it's not really you. Okay, it's actually your strength is there, but you've been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And the weight of the world right now, they're feeling weak, they're feeling vulnerable, they're feeling unconfident, they're having ego fractures and things are breaking for them. The thing is now is the time to be fearless. Now is the time to bring that energy out in you that's always been in you, because the strength in the reverse tells me this is you are carrying the weight of the world, which is delaying your own inevitable things, your blessings, the things that you need, the transformation that you need. So this is the time to no longer, it's like that time to say farewell, leaving behind these third parties or these attachments or these peers that are causing you to feel very depressed, because it's really those energies you're carrying. It's not your emotions, it's not your burdens, it's not your guilt, it's not your sorrow, it's not your anger, it's not your resentment. It's these energies that don't know what to do with them, and they're throwing them all over the place because they're all over the place. They don't even know how to sit still to catch these things or to check in on these things or understand these things. They're everywhere, they're all over. Things are falling apart, beliefs are just shedding like crazy. The truth is starting to really come to light, and a lot of people don't know how to see the truth or understand the truth, and they were blind to the truth. And there's these things that make them scared, that make them feel, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was susceptible to something like that. I can't believe that I would allow myself to do something like that. And they're in these dark night of the souls, and that's just how it's supposed to be. We're all going through this in the sense of everybody's experiencing it as a spiritual consciousness. This is what oneness is, and everybody that's experiencing something will be experiencing what others do experience. So the feeling is like this is the time for you to just really focus on yourself. Don't worry about these other individuals. They'll have to deal with it. You had to deal with it. Trust in the fact that God allowed you to get through it. God trusted in you. He put it on your plan and on your contract for life to know that you were going to be able to fulfill these things. He wouldn't give you something that you weren't able or capable of fulfilling or overcoming, right? So you got to trust that other people also have a plan and a contract with God, and that He knows that He can put the things in their lives that He knows that they are going to be able to overcome. Now, trust that, trust God, trust yourself. Process is like all about yourself now. Like, you got to think of you. The more you put into yourself, the more easier it is to make the ability for other people to put into themselves. So the more you give to yourself, the more you're giving to you, the more you are benefiting yourself, the more you're healing yourself, the more you're understanding yourself, the more you are, considering your own feelings, for new things, the new things that are coming through. In that sense, you're always trying to rediscover yourself, because there's always something new, always something. You're releasing other things too, and that's also a part of the discovery, because what is it that was released? Now what is it that's coming through? How is this going to be changing up your life? How is this different? Have you noticed little things that have changed within you? Like, these things are going to start making you question, and you have to give into these questions, just like you've done in the past, just like you've given into the points and the changes and transitions you've already done. It's a never-ending cycle. You guys are really trying to progress, and this comes with that type of want, that kind of desire, that kind of manifestation. And God wants to really prove the worthiness of yourself to yourself, because that's all that matters. And the moment you really start to see yourself as a worthy individual, the more you start to see that you are capable, that you are enough all on your own, that you don't really need anything more than you to get through, then that's when you're really starting to elevate fully into a place of knowing that everybody's a whole on their own. Everybody is capable and able to get through things within themselves, because you were capable. God proved it to you. Those that don't ever seem to get anywhere, they're going to keep reliving a pattern. They'll keep reliving a pattern, as you guys have probably linked a lot of your past lives to this life, and there's only so many you could remember right now, because there's only so many lessons you needed to really learn at that time. So say you really can only recall like 4 past lives or 3 past lives or maybe even 5. There's only those ones that are very similar to this one, because there's something that you didn't get to complete that you are actually completing in this one, and that's when you get the ability to really change up your whole entire well-being of your soul. Okay, and that does kind of give you that, what is the real word for that I'm looking for? It's like so if you think about it like this, it's like when somebody's about to win something, like there's a whole competition going on, and it gives them the advantage. That's what it is. Like you have some kind of advantage. That's the point that I'm making here. Scorpios and Leo's energy. So 7 of Cups in reversal, which is a perfect actually point of view of making this whole conversation the reality check. This is you having the reality check of realizing that this wasn't even your burden or your sorrow or your resentment or your anger, and there's been things that have been affecting your moods, and there have been things that have been sent your way because there's selfish people out there that are dealing with things. There's people out there that they're unhealed, right? They're unhealed individuals, really. And they're sending waves of worry, concern, stress, feelings of vulnerability, and that they were violated because they believe something so strongly, and it ended up being a broken belief, and it's not real, and it was never real, and this and that, and then there's more into it, and they were maybe having to realize that they were wrong in a lot of ways, and wrong with certain conversations, and wrong with certain people, because that's what they believe so strongly, and they kind of really, had an ego or a pride, and that they have to break that up and see that it's not really about what's wrong or right. It's about really seeing the truth. The truth is not wrong. The truth is not right. The truth is the truth, and you can't really put anything more to it. That's it. People just have been needing to see it. That justice is being brought to the situation, Libra. So death card is also number 13. You have a number 11 and number 8. So 8, 11, and 13. Something about maybe November 11th, which was the 11/11 portal, being the fact that the thin veil has brought in that karma. Okay, and bringing a sense of balance, or maybe even some kind of karmic retribution, or even a sense of like cutting karmic ties is what I feel with that. Like she has a knife in her hand, sword, and she could be cutting things off. He's got a sword. All it's doing is really flipping that energy for the ability for both of them to cut the cords, and the strength as well, giving you the strength to realize that the strength you have has always been inside you. It's still in you. You don't need to be seeking it outside of you. And when you realize the strength you have within you, it will send all the negative energies of other people's emotions and other people's feelings and other people's conditions, etc., that they're not knowing how to deal with themselves. We'll send them back to the energies that need to deal with them, and you'll have a protected shield, because you'll be focusing on yourself, so you won't really be interacting or participating or even thinking about the outside external world, because you're going to be too focused on yourself, which it's not selfish to do this. I promise you, this is actually the most selfless thing to do, is to focus on you and heal yourself. Okay, anyway, that's what I have on the bottom. Be careful of people who are, of course, money hungry, gold digging individuals. Okay, that's one. Another one is like somebody who can be very dangerous in ways that are manipulative to a point of, I'll be your friend just so I can take something from you, which is not always a good thing. Okay, and they'll try to sideswipe you in some way, weirdly. But you have to put an ending to this. This person's got secrets. Okay, Capricorn, Sagittarius, a Gemini, or even Pisces, but I do think it's being done to you. It could be a family member for some of you, because of the 10 of Cups in the reverse, but there's a positive improvement going to be happening. But I do feel like, because we have the Sagittarius and the Gemini during Sagittarius season, full moon in Gemini, be careful, Capricorn season as well. And like with the moon being there it is, Okay, either way, a few messages. We have honesty is needed in a situation going on currently. Tell them how you really feel. A person who is new to your life, I'm feeling 4 to 6 months, not 3 to 5, since you met this person. Strategic planning is needed in this situation. So, like, honesty and strategic planning are needed in a situation going on currently. Strategic planning around the way that someone's honest. Tell them how you really feel. So be strategic in the way that you are telling them how you feel, but be honest with it. So you're going to have to be utilizing that creative uniqueness of how you can express to somebody, being honest with them, but in a strategic way, maybe not to trigger them, maybe to make sure that they stay in tune and listening to you, keep focused on you. I don't know. Maybe you got to do what are they, bulletin point thing, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, the teachers would like take their time and make it all look cool, and they do this whole bulletin point thing, and you'd have like little things jumping out and whatnot, and it was cool, right? It kept my attention. I got ADD or ADHD or whatever the heck you call it, but I could have both, you know what I'm saying? I literally could be like one's fighting the other. Anyway, but yeah, something about that, and yeah, gobble gobble gobble. Anyways, happy holidays to you guys as well. I'm going to leave this right here. This is all about you right now. So focus on your girl, focus on your man, whatever, yourself. Focus. Like if I were to say, I'm gonna focus on me, girl, we're gonna focus on me. Focus on you. Okay. And I'm a Pisces too, so I'll be like, hey, we should all just be focusing on ourselves, Pisces, because the more we do, the better it gets for others. I promise. Okay, we don't want them all messed up. Like, we know we could be messed up, right? And I'm a Pisces, like I just said. I know what it's like to feel all kinds of messed up and not understood one bit of the way. Okay, but you know what? It's made me stronger to really be on my own worst enemies type. Hey, we can be friends. We can be friends. You know, but I still understand the negative and I still understand the positive, because it's like I am my own best friend as well as my own worst enemy. It's like that double fish, kind of like Gemini, got two different type of personalities, you know. And I embrace it. I love me. I love me for having two personalities. Thank you for being positive, and thank you for also having that ability to be logical sometimes and rational about things, because my rationality comes from people that were very and overly rational and logical, and I got my own point of view when it came to rationalizing things, and I like the way that I go about it because I utilize that part as well as the positive part, and it mixes very well. And that could be one of your guys' specific skills too, and that's why they're saying to be strategic in the way that you are honest in a situation going on. Tell them how you really feel. Either way, I hope you guys had an enjoyable time watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day.